Good morning, family. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I pray and hope that Almighty God is watching over you and your families. This morning, I come to you with a Bible verse to start with. Okay, so the Bible verse says Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22, and it reads, "A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength." When you're happy, you know, you function very well. Okay, if your circumstances are good at the time, everything is going on well, you're in good health, you have peace, you know, stable sources of income and so on and so forth, you're in good stead, okay? But if you're overwhelmed by all the world's problems, unfortunately, some of which can be very drastic and very harsh, inevitably it's going to have an impact on you, okay? Um, the second part of the message reads, it says, "But a broken spirit saps a person's strength." Okay, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. So if you're really beat down by the world's problems, okay, you're going to be dispirited. You're going to be dispirited. Okay, you lack motivation and drive and the urge to push forward and all of that. Okay, it's hard unless you've gone through certain life experiences that some people have. You don't be able to relate to what they're going through. Issues that can affect people's emotional and mental health and all of that. And it's hard, going through it. Okay, and it will test your resilience and endurance. Okay, so in such a time, we tend to God. In our trials and our tribulations, we tend to God. It is only He that can see us through what we're going through. There are situations that God will get us out of, and there are situations that He will see us through it. Okay, so always, tend to God in your trials and your tribulations. Okay, yeah. So just to recap on the messages, Proverbs 17:22, and it reads, "A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's energy." Okay, let's focus on God. Let's count our blessings. Let's be prayerful. Let's fast. If there's anything that we're going through, any upheavals, any trials, any tribulations, let's tend to God in prayer and fasting. Okay, and I believe God's intervention will grant us the reliefs that we require. Okay, right, to today's message, I'm going to focus on Ghana. Okay, because there's elections coming up. I believe it's due on the 7th of December next month. Yeah. Now I'm going to tie this Bible verse into the discussion. Okay, I feel the people of Ghana are focused, or have lost focus, if I should say, put it that way. This is in terms of the way we practice politics back on the African continent. Okay, we focus more on selling our votes to the politicians. So there's a lot of vote buying. Okay, we don't focus on the policy framework which is being marketed to us. For instance, what is that political party going to do in terms of the economy, fiscal policy, how they're going to stabilize the currency, how they're going to bring down inflation, how they're going to bring down interest rates, the macro, and then the micro side of things, uh, looking at foreign direct investments, looking at local direct investments, looking at job creation, looking at business growth and so on and so forth, ensuring that The productivity of the country, is very comparable to others, within the African continent and on the globe as well. Ensuring that the road infrastructure is conducive, ensuring that the transport infrastructure is also very good, ensuring that there is utility reliability and the utility tariffs are commercially favorable, and so on and so forth. So we need to come away from selling our votes to politicians to actually focusing on the policy framework of that political party in terms of whatever transformational agenda that they have. Okay. Why should we be selling our votes? Why should we be voting based on tribal considerations and religious considerations? That is because we lack political maturity. Because if you look at the templates of the Western world where this emanates from, okay, the way politics is practiced is totally different from the way we practice politics back home. Okay, it's not just Ghana; it's across the African continent. Okay, whatever is promised on paper and whatever is accomplished at the end of the term of the political party in governance or in government, it'll be about 5 to 10%. Okay, and none of these politicians actually go into office, okay, with the ordinary citizen in mind, going there because they want to better the lives of the ordinary people. They go there to enrich themselves and, year in, year out, we just vote them into office and they just go there, loot and plunder and pillage. Okay, and they are getting away with it. They are not being held to account. The institutional framework or the state institutions, okay, which ought to work in accordance with the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, doesn't work. It doesn't. We've seen it with the Supreme Court. Okay, we've seen it with Parliament. We've seen it with the executive. Okay, there is gross abuse of office. There is no professional accountability, which is sad and unfortunate. Why are Ghanaians selling their votes? That is because they are broken spirited. They've been dumped down so much that, they don't interrogate the policy framework of the political parties and make a choice based on that. They choose based on tribe, they choose based on religion, they choose based on whoever is the highest bidder, whoever is giving them the most money. Now, how is the country going to develop? Okay? How is the country going to develop? We are light years behind, okay? Which is very sad and unfortunate. Apart from Dr. Nkrumah, who really managed the Ghanaian resources very efficiently, and you could see the dividends, you could see the progress in the way he transformed Ghana, okay? I haven't seen any other president who's done anything of any real significance. Okay, everybody just comes and does the barest minimum, enriches themselves. We have too many ministers, too many government departments, too many government officials, and so on and so forth. For a country like Ghana, we need a lean government, okay? We need to interrogate the policies of these political parties, okay? How are they going to bring down the exchange rate? How are they going to strengthen the cedi against, or the Ghanaian cedi against the US dollar? The Ghanaian cedi used to be one cedi or $1 to one cedi. Okay, now it is one US dollar to 15 cedis. Okay, when the current government took over, it was $1 US to 6 cedis. So this new government coming in, how are they going to, bring or strengthen the cedi so it's competing favorably with the US dollar? How the inflation in Ghana is crazy, okay? So how are they going to bring down inflation? How are they going to bring down interest rates? Okay, this is on the macro side of things, okay, the macro economy. How are they going to do the adjustments to ensure that we have a conducive, you know, business environment? So these are very key indicators, okay? They shouldn't just say they're going to bring down inflation, they're going to bring down interest rates, okay, they're going to stabilize the cedi and so on and so forth. We need a demonstration or an illustration of that, okay? They also need to tell us what they're going to do on the micro side of things, okay? What are they going to do with regards to foreign direct investment? What are they going to do with regards to, local direct investment? What are they going to do in terms of job creation? What are they going to do in terms of business growth? What are they going to do in terms of fiscal policy? Okay, because the tax rate is crazy. Okay, you don't tax people out of business. Okay, these are the kind of things that we need to interrogate the Ghanaian political parties on. Which candidate, or party or political party, you know, has a message with substance where you identify with that political party because of its political ideology, whether it's a social democrat or a liberal democrat, whatever, okay? Not because this political party is seen as belonging to this tribe or this religion, no. Okay. The Ghanaians need to be wiser and more smarter, okay? And realize the value of their vote and choose wisely. Now, whether any of those political or presidential aspirants, are going to transform, or is going to transform Ghana, okay, to become an industrial nation with great prospects, where the quality of life of the Ghanaian people is, amazing. I highly doubt it that any of those people really is going to do that, because the people there, they're just going there to enrich themselves. They've been funded by political financiers, and they're just, going into office for a return on investment. Basically, that's what has been happening on the African continent. That is why the African continent is light years behind. And in a way, I'm glad that Donald Trump actually summed up, what he thinks of the African continent. He made some very disparaging remarks. It wasn't pleasant to hear, but he was calling a spade a spade. He was calling a spade a spade. And that should have been a wake-up call. Okay. We don't do holistic development, okay, where we're transforming the countries, in Africa. The leaders, just go there to enrich themselves, unfortunately, And I pray and hope that one day, by the grace of God, we will have the right type of leaders, okay? Visionary leaders, transformational leaders, people who have the right, skill set, the right experience, okay, and have integrity. So there's three things, okay. With African leaders, yes, we're not short of, high caliber professionals, okay, who are very enlightened and exposed, who can lead and, transform the countries in Africa. Okay. So we have people who are very qualified and very experienced. Okay. But there is an issue. Okay. The third and most fundamental requirement, integrity. They lack integrity. Okay. What is the point if you're qualified and experienced and you're going to go into office and dip your hands inside the state coffers and loot and plunder. Okay. So by the time that you're out of office, the country's a million times worse than what it was. So we need qualified, experienced, and people of integrity. Okay. People who are selfless and will put the needs of the ordinary people first. That's the kind of leaders that we need. I don't believe any of the people on the presidential ballots in Ghana. No. But I know one day, by the grace of God, God will bless us with the right person, somebody who embodies the values of Dr. Nkrumah, okay, who would transform Ghana